Welcome to Mexico as FIBA presents the 2024 U17 Women's Basketball World Cup. This installment of the tournament begins in Irapuato as France takes on Chinese Taipei. This is Aaron Sanders. Welcome aboard, everybody. A week ago, we were signing off on what has been an extraordinary U17 Men's World Cup emanating from Turkey. Now today, the future of women's basketball all around the world takes center stage. Matter of fact, they take global stage as they try to fight for the gold medal for the next 8 days. This marks the very first meeting between France and Chinese Taipei. I'll explain that right now. In U17 history, there has never been a team that was represented by Chinese Taipei until this year. This is the first ever appearance for Chinese Taipei, and they were able to place their spot in the U17 World Cup after placing fourth and ending up in the semifinals in last year's U16 Women's Asian Championship. Now, this was a performance where they do want to have a little bit of redemption. They did not shoot the ball well, equaling 39.2%. But in this tournament alone, they will be represented, and they will rely on Wu Shengpan, who averaged 11.2 points and 7.3 rebounds a game. A quick, dynamic player who's always influencing the team. And when you have to go mano-a-mano against her in defense, you better watch out. For France,
that is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
welcome back to Irapuato as Chinese Taipei set to take on France. We'll talk about France in just a moment, but right now we stand aside for the national anthems. And for Chinese Taipei, this is a treat. Their first time hearing the national anthem in the U17 Women's Basketball World Cup.
Next, we will show the same respect as we sing the national anthem of Chinese Taipei.
And there you have it, both anthems for France and Chinese Taipei. We like to say hello to some special people who are tuning in on the live chat over on YouTube. First off, we say hello to Jan Carpentier, Carlos Payano, Nicola Injak, Christoph Alvarado Simonsen, Leonis Congielis, Roberto Amaro, Stefan Gabriel, and Orkan Adaoglu, who are able to subscribe to the brand new premium YouTube membership for FIBA. And they feature a lot of great stuff like custom avatars, skins, and exclusive Q&A with FIBA experts. I like that feature, just in case you want to know a whole lot more about the game of basketball around the world. So be sure to subscribe today for 99 cents a month. As we see France, they are the defending bronze medalists from 2 years ago, where they won it. And they were able to take care of business, beating Canada by 3 to take the podium. In this U17 team for France, they are going to be led by Ayena Risache. Risache is a last name you've heard a whole lot about in global basketball, considering that her brother, Zachary Risache, was drafted by the Atlanta Hawks in this year's NBA draft. A chip off the old shoulders, and now Ayena and the rest of France will take center stage in this opener in the U17 Women's Basketball World Cup emanating from Mexico. There are 2 sites for this World Cup this year. Irapuato is one of them, and then over in Leon, which will get underway in about 30 minutes time, we'll have a lot of games. So 4 games will be played in Irapuato tonight, and the remaining 4 will be played in Leon, where the host team, Mexico, will have the last game at 8:45 local time. And I'm not the only one on the play-by-play for this tournament for the next 8 days. Nope, you are going to be treated with the fantastic commentary from Jacinta Govin, Michael Cerati, and someone you will hear later on in Leon as their game gets underway in less than 30 minutes, Justin Taylor. I had the privilege of calling the bronze and gold medal games for the Men's World Cup last week in U17 play, and I'll have the privilege of calling those games with them too when we get to next Sunday. There's a whole lot of talk about what will happen between now and 8 days from now. The important thing is we get things started. We are moments away from tip-off in Irapuato. Stay with us. It's France versus Chinese Taipei. Game 1 in Group D competition in the 2024 FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup. And tip-off is moments away. The officiating crew for this opener: Sean Wang Leong from Singapore, Sylvia Marziali, and Yana Niko Gosyan from Kazakhstan. From Irapuato, game is underway. Here is the opening tip, and is controlled by France right away. Opening deuce goes down as Talia Kavoka gets things underway for France. France will be going from right to left. They are in their dark navy uniforms with red trim and white numbers. Chinese Taipei in their white uniforms with blue trim and numbers. Chinese Taipei was ranked 14th in the power rankings, which were released less than 48 hours ago. They are 28th in the world. They are in Group D competition. Their very first appearance in the U17 Women's World Cup. Royan Wong passes the ball over. Meeting her was Wu Hongling. Hongling downtown, rejected. Nice rejection from Kathy Emma Otto. France ranked second in power rankings and second in the world. Defending bronze medalist from the U17 tournament 2 years ago. Manon Simplo gets it underneath. Basket goes down for Sarah Cisse. Sarah Cisse, who plays for the Paris 19 EME Sports Club, has connected on her first two, and it's now 4-0 France. Dribble drive, Wu Shangpeng, one of the players to watch in this tournament, as she sends it down the lane. Three ball from the wing, that's off the mark. Following through with the own rebound, putting it up, no good. Tip in is good, as Wu Shanshu makes history for Chinese Taipei, as she makes the first bucket in their U17 run. France up the floor, Kavoka gives it away to Otto. Otto looking for Cisse, she is fouled near the circle. It is 4-2 in favor of France. We have played 1 minute and 27 seconds into this ball game. A big thank you for all you tuning in, either on YouTube or on Twitch, and especially on Courtside 1891, as Manon Simplo loses control of the ball, and Shunxia Shanpan will throw it in. Ball taken away. Here's Kavoka, up and in. Kavoka makes it 6-2 France. We apologize for the lack of scoreboard. We're working on that. The jumper from Pon is a no-go. Kavoka sends it to Ayana Risache, another highlighted player in this World Cup. Here's the dribble drive to Simplo, underneath Cisse. Cisse met by the double. Risache for three, no good. Rebound by Otto. And Chinese Taipei back on the board. They have possession. Again, looking at the numbers from the U16 Asian Championship, Wu Shangpeng averaged 11.2 points along with 7.3 rebounds and 4.5 assists in the championship. They shot 39% from the field overall in that tournament. They're looking to change things over here. Rejected by Otto as it stays with Chinese Taipei. Straight away to Ling, up and in, Wu Hongling. She averaged 10.5 points and 2 rebounds in the U16 Asian Championships, and she's able to connect on her first bucket here in this tournament. This is the kind of start Chinese Taipei want to get, considering how hard of a group they are in. They are in Group D along with Egypt, France, and Canada. That is a foul. Again, just underway. We apologize for the lack of scoreboard. We are working on that as best as we can. It is 6-4 in favor of France as they get it in straight away from the corner. Risache trying to dribble drive off on the baseline. She is shoved out of bounds. We'll keep you updated with the scoreboard as best as we can. I will let you know it is 6-4, France with the lead, 7:29 remaining in the opening quarter. Looks like seeing Wu and Wu Tingshu will check in for Chinese Taipei. France with possession underneath the basket. They barely break the 5-second count as Sarah Cisse gets it up and in to make it 8-4. Sarah Cisse has scored 4 points so far in this ball game. Whip around pass intended for Wu goes out of bounds. And Emma Bruley-Rhone checking in for France. This is a player that averaged nearly 10 points and 3 assists in the U16 Women's European Championship. Here's Kavoka in trouble, finds a cutting player as Sarah Cisse gets it in for 2. Stays with Chinese Taipei. We played 3 minutes here in the opening quarter. Zach Young watching in to see if France could beat Canada. They did that in order to get the bronze medal 2 years ago in the U17 competition, but France won't get Canada until tomorrow. That may be one of the marquee matchups in the U17 Women's World Cup. I remember I was on the call for that game and they won it 83-80. And that was an incredible game to say the least. There are some changes made. France making some changes. Chinese Taipei also making changes as Justin Lubens checks in. Justin Lubens, the 3-4 player. France up 10-4. Ball taken away by Ushan Shu. Layup rejected by Bruley-Rhone. France 10, Chinese Taipei 4. We are working on the scoreboard as soon as we can. We apologize in advance. Quick inbounds pass to Xiying Wu. Small forward as they get it into Zishan Sheng. Cisse playing smothering defense. Wu Shengpeng banks the 3. Quick, dynamic, and always influencing the team, and I have a feeling that 3 will help their confidence a bit. They are now down 10-7. France with the advantage. We're almost halfway into the first quarter. Nice pick, dribble drive from the right, off the mark. Wu Hanling on the board. Seeing Wu dishes it right down to Wu Tingshu, who draws the foul. So Chinese Taipei will have the first pair of free throws here in this opener. More substitutions. Sarah Cisse with the foul. First free throw up and out for Wu Tingshu. Played on the U16 Asian Championship team and averaged 10.5 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Second free throw connects. Chinese Taipei holding their own, and they are a pretty good team. Despite shooting 39% in the U16 Asian Championship, they're one of those teams where you have to look out for. The bucket was made. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We'll try to clear that up as soon as we can. Tormy Bees pulls up the rebound. Bruley-Rhone on the board. Tormy Bees, far side, gives it up on the pass. Last touch by Chinese Taipei. Yu Shengye checks in for Chinese Taipei. It is 12-8 in favor of France. Emma Bruley-Rhone made a jumper a while back. Pass straight away to Broly-Ron. That's a three, and it's good. A plethora of substitutions as Bentoumi checks in for Otto for France. Yu Huan Ye in along with Xing Ying Wu. Yoshan Ye, floater, no good. France with the lead, 15-8, that's the score. Justin Lubiens, left-hander, no. Rebound Bentoumi. Bentoumi fighting for the ball, met by the triple team, gets tied up, finds her way out of it as Tormi Bees gets the pass. Wing three.
Substitution for Chinese Taipei, in with number 10, Shan Chu Chang, and out with number 16.
Shan Chu Chung in for Chinese Taipei. Under 4 minutes to go. High arcing overhead pass, runaway jumper, no good. Ball was tapped and is picked up by Yoshan Ye. On the drive was Sheng Xian Shangpan, who's going to the line. Shanshian Shanpan averaged 13.5 points, 5.3 assists, and 4 rebounds in the U16 Asian Championship. And it should be pointed out, all the players that you see for Chinese Taipei have played in that very tournament. First free throw rattles in and out. Xu Minhu, the head coach for Chinese Taipei, very comfortable with this team, obviously, as they're making their first ever appearance in the U17 Women's World Cup. Pan splits the pair of free throws and makes it 15-9. France up ahead. Lubins on the pass. They kick it right back out. Bentoumi gives it right away. Crisp passing, and it results in a wing three. Justin Lubins makes it 18-9 with 3:30 to go here in the opening quarter. Nice pump fake and the drive. That's off the mark for Xing Wu. Cross-court pass. Bentoumi could not control it, but it's recovered as Rousselier comes up with the rebound. Underneath the Bentoumi again, and she's going to the line. And a big thank you to all of you tuning in right now. We have over 1,100 people tuning in. And we have near to 70 likes. Let's make it to 250 before the end of the game. And the poll right now, who you got? Chinese Taipei or France? 55% of you have said France will win this opener. We are live from Irapuato. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties. We're working on the scoreboard. It is 19-9, France over Chinese Taipei, as Lana Bentoumi makes the first free throw. Here comes the second, and that is short. But a quick rebound underneath as Justin Lubans will head to the line. Under 3 to go here in the first quarter. First free throw goes down. Music to Luban's ears, who is also part of the U16 Women's European Championship squad. She knocks down both free throws as it's 21-9. We'll keep you up to date with the score and the time throughout this game. 2:42 to go, shot clock at 13. Corner three, off the mark as Bentoumi comes up with the board. France again, the second best team in the world, ranked number 2 in the power rankings coming into this tournament. Underneath the Tormi Bees. Reverse layup off the mark. Tormi Bees goes up with a rebound, no good. Third chance up and in. Alicia Tormey-Bees, who turns 17 in the final day of the tournament, that is next Sunday, connects on a 2 after picking up an offensive board. Pong trying to dribble drive, she got stopped in her tracks. Far side, 3-ball, off the mark and off the board. Bantumi gets the board. Baseball pass on the other end, that was intended for Lubins, but she was not ahead of the play. Under 2 minutes to go here in the opening game and in the opening quarter. And we have a timeout on the floor. So far, France with a 23-9 lead over Chinese Taipei. We have some highlights in the opening quarter. We'll be back in just a moment. France had a close game with Chinese Taipei in the first 5 minutes of this game, and they have busted the gates wide open as they lead 23-9. France shooting 60% from the field, Chinese Taipei shooting 23.1. Chinese Taipei ball. Their leading scorer so far, one of the players to look after here in this tournament, Wu Shangpeng, who has 3 points. And for France, it's well-balanced scoring, but Sarah Cisse on the ball with 6 points. Pass intended for Shanxia Champagne flies out of bounds. .133 remaining in the opening quarter. Chinese Taipei over the limit in fouls. Claire Dalstra checked into the game as she sets the screen for Brolion. Unable to put the clamps down on the ball underneath. This is the first of 8 games, and a baseball pass from Chinese Taipei as Pan unable to put the clamps down on it either. 2 baseball passes from both teams, and they have been unable to finish. Chinese Taipei trying to beat France on the speed. They saw most of their defenders piling up into the backcourt as they try to rush it right into the front. And with that, France with the ball. Bantumi sends it around to the perimeter. Nice backdoor pass. The layup doesn't go. Rebound up for Dalstra, and she is fouled. For more events and information, go to FIBA.basketball to catch up on the latest events. Especially this one, the U17 Women's World Cup, emanating from Mexico. 2 sites this year, here in Irapuato and over in León, as Claire Dalstra knocks the first free throw. And gets the second one to go. Took a little bit of time, but she was able to knock that down. We have no scoreboard here today. Claire Dalstra knocking down both free throws to make it 25-9. Under a minute to go in quarter number 1. 3-ball doesn't go. Pan fighting for the rebound with Rousselier. And another break for Chinese Taipei. They are underneath the basket, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Overhead pass to Wu Shangpeng. Met by the double. Here's Wu Hanling. Yes! So that breaks the dry scoring spell that Chinese Taipei had over the last couple of minutes. It's 25-11, France ahead. Roliron into the paint, dishes it out, in underneath the Daustra. And that was an easy look for Daustra, not only with the mismatch, but her ability to use her body to spin around to the right side and get that easy lay-in. 27-11 is the score. Final seconds to go here in the first. Royan Wong passes it to Pon. Pon, runner off the glass. One more chance for France, time winding down. Long shot, counts if it goes, and that is an air ball to end the first quarter. But France does not mind that a bit as they lead 27-11 over Chinese Taipei at the end of one. And this coverage of the 2024 U17 Women's Basketball World Cup will continue in just a few moments. France, the defending bronze medalist from 2 years ago, facing Chinese Taipei in the first game in the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup from Mexico. This is Aaron Sanders on the call, and again, apologies for the technical difficulties. We're working on them as we go, and we hope to get some graphics later on into the game. The story so far, France leading 27-11 over Chinese Taipei. We are underway here in the second quarter. Sarah Cisse, the leading scorer for France, scoring 6 of her points in the first 5 minutes of action. For Chinese Taipei, they are led by Wuhan Ling, who has 4 points, and they are shooting 23.5% from the field. Chinese Taipei, their very first U17 World Cup appearance. This is their maiden voyage as the three from Pon doesn't connect. All of the players you see on Chinese Taipei's roster played in last year's U16 Asian Championships, where they went as far as the semifinals, and they placed 4th, which is good enough for their bid, their maiden voyage here in this tournament. France, well-seasoned veterans in U17 World Cup play. They won the bronze 2 years ago, squeaking past Canada 83-80. And now with an up-and-coming player like Iena Risache, they hope to return to the podium 8 days from now. Again, for many of you tuning in on YouTube, don't forget FIBA has a new premium membership And I'll tell you all about it as we have a stoppage in play. Custom badges and avatars. Members only post and polls, exclusive Q&A with FIBA experts, and more. Starting at just 99 cents a month. That shot doesn't go as the shot clock expires. Rebound underneath by Bentoumi as France rushes it up the floor. Dalstra, floater, no. Maiwin Poive into the game for France. Another chance for France underway here in the second. Simplo trying to drive by Ling. Underneath, jump hook goes. Claire Dalstra. She came into the last couple of minutes in the first quarter, and she's been clicking on all cylinders ever since. 29-11 is the score. France ahead. Wong from top, no. Dalstra gets the rebound as the ball rolled down to the floor. Madden Simplo runs up the floor. And again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. I can tell you right now, 29-11 is the score. France ahead. A minute has gone by here in the first quarter. We are also working on the feed as we speak. And Oshang Pong trying to dribble from the left side. She got hit on the way. France making some changes. Lana Bentoumi is out. Brilliant Wong was looking for the ball. Ling gets it instead. Uhan Ling has to go. And she has that taken away right away by Otto. On the run, Dalstra heading to the line. Dalstra knocks the first free throw down. France 30, Chinese Taipei 11. Dalstra, a firecracker here in the early goings of this game. She has 7 points and 3 rebounds. Chinese Taipei, they know how deep this group is. They are in Group D along with France, Egypt, and Canada. And Uhan Ling unable to thread the needle and finish it, but that was an outstanding pass. Top scorer for Chinese Taipei, Uhan Ling, 4 points. And they have a total of 11 rebounds. If you compare that to France, they have 18. It is a +7. 7:46 remaining until halftime. Oshang Pong with the ball up top. Uhan Ling gets it back again. 5 to shoot. That pass intended for Pong, but she was already on her way down off of that back door. (30-11 is the score. France ahead with 7:35 left until halftime. The first of 8 games happening right now. There is another game taking off as we speak. Argentina and Spain over in Leon as that side 3 goes down for Rousselier. Magnifique for Rousselier as she gets on the board. Michael Cerati has the call between Spain and Argentina. And then after this game from Irapuato, Egypt and Canada all have the call on that, followed by Japan and Finland, Puerto Rico and Croatia, Italy, New Zealand, Australia, and USA, and Mexico and Mali wrapping things up in day one of competition. Join us, won't you? Here on YouTube, Twitch, and Courtside 1891. A flinger by Woo-Han Ling is off the mark, and that is a 24-second violation. Again, Michael Sorority, Justin Taylor, and Jacinda Govin, along with yours truly, will be on the call for the duration of the U17 Women's World Cup. Yoshan Ye in for Chinese Taipei. For France, 9 of their players are from the U16 European Championship team. They won it all, backdoor cut taken away by Singing Wu. It was deflected by Simplo. (33-11) the score. Apologies again for no scoreboard. We will keep you up to date with all the latest that is happening here in this ball game. Wu Shangpong passes it to Sing Wu. Shot clock winding down. Wu Ting-tu, they're going to have to put it up. Shot off the mark for Pan. Overhead pass, Risache knocks it down. Make it 36-11. It was a pretty close game in the first 5 minutes, but France have been able to take advantage of the mismatch, get some extra passes down, and use players like Claire Dalstra underneath to deliver the damage. Chinese Taipei have had difficulty finding buckets here in the last couple of minutes. Again, we are having issues with the feed over from Irapuato. We apologize for this. I can tell you right now, 6:11 to go here in the second quarter. France leading Chinese Taipei 36-11. Claire Dalstra leading the scoring for France with 7 points. And Woo-Han Ling staying with 4 points. We have a frozen feed, and while we have that happening right now, I'll take a moment to see what is going down in the game between Spain and Argentina. Ah, there we go now. Free throw goes in and out for Wu Shangpong. And you asked for it, and you got it. We have a scoreboard up so far as France leading Chinese Taipei 36-11. Behind the back dribble from Risache, offensive foul, as the ball will go the other way.
Substitution for Chinese Taipei. Goal side by number 8, Xing Chen. Timeout for Chinese Taipei.
And Chinese Taipei will talk it over. Almost halfway here in the second quarter as France leads by 25. While they take that timeout again, let's take a look at the game between Spain and Argentina. Their opening game, Michael Sorority on the call for that, as that game is emanating from Leon. Spain leading 8-2 over Argentina at the moment. Looking at the game stats from this game, it's been a dominating performance for France. A +9 in boards, 20-11, 3 blocks, and they have scored 16 of their 36 points in the paint. For those tuning in Taiwan, you guys are troopers, and we thank you for tuning in where it's 3 a.m. local time. So we thank you for tuning in. Let's keep the conversation going here on YouTube and Twitch and over on Courtside 1891. Be sure to subscribe to the premium membership for 99 cents a month. You get some fantastic features, exclusive Q&A, with the FIBA experts, members-only post, and more. If you want to know more about the features and the information, why not subscribe? 99 cents a month. Chinese Taipei comes out of the timeout with the ball. Wu Shanshu on the pass. They are looking for a bucket. 7 to shoot. Yu Shengye on the pass underneath. That is taken away. France on a 3-on-2. Too hard on the layup, but it's back out to Rousselier. Trying to dish it underneath to Cisse. And that goes off her fingertips.
Substitution for Chinese Taipei. Number 24.
Shen Xian Shanpan back in. Halfway into the second quarter, France leading by 25. They are over the limit in fouls. Wu Shanshu with the ball. Underneath, the J doesn't go for Hanling. The power forward who averaged 10.5 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist in last year's Asian Championship, unable to get it right from the elbow. Simplo, Risache. They get away from the wing. Kathy Emma Otto lost control. And here comes Hanling and Chinese Taipei. Shen Xian Shanpan misses the layup, too hard off the glass. Wu Tingshu back to Pan. 9 on the 24. Shu. On the other end, Sarah Cisse turns the ball over. Justine Lobens checks in, along with Elisa Tormy-Bees for France. Emma Bruliron also in. They all replace Cisse, Otto, and Simplo. And we hope to rectify this situation as soon as we can. Halftime coming up. Wu Shanghong asking for the ball. She got it. Nice fake from Wu Tingshu. Gets close to the lane. Doesn't get the bucket, but she's going to the line.
Substitution for France. For number 53,
Maïwen Poive now in for France. Who connects on the first. Chinese Taipei will play Canada tomorrow and Egypt on Tuesday. 2 for 2 with Singing U. 36-13. That's your score. And it has been rough for Chinese Taipei. They have yet to score a field goal here in the second quarter. On the other hand, shovel pass straight away, 8 to shoot, 3 ball from the center, too strong. For all of you tuning in, we hope you stay with us for the next 8 days. The first day of the U17 Women's Basketball World Cup from Mexico. Rebound down low by Poive. Sends it right away to Risache. Baseball pass as they get it back to Poive. Overhead pass, Broly-Ron, underneath, Tormy B's fadeaway is good.
2 points for France. Alicia, 2 points.
Tormy B's, whose birthday is next Sunday, gets 2 more. Reverse layup, up, under, no good. Ayano Risache pulls down the board. 2:30 and counting until halftime. Chinese Taipei with 2 fouls to give. It has been one of those games for France.
Number 24. Substitutions for Chinese Taipei with number 11, Yuhan Lee.
France shooting 54% from the field. Chinese Taipei 14. Nice screen from Tormy B's. Cross-court pass. Bintumi gets close. Misses. Shonshan Panshan. Wide open. That layup is no good. Good looks for Chinese Taipei, but they cannot get the job done on the other end. Here's Risache finding Lubins, and she misses as well. Nice defense from Ushang Pong as she was trying to take the ball away. The only problem was she only had 2 feet between her and the baseline. Poive to throw in. France has been labeled as a team with skill, athleticism, and power, and they've been using that to their advantage. They are up by 25. 7 on the 24. Step back, 3 ball, Broly-on, no good. And Lubins lets it go out of bounds. We have a substitution.
Substitution for France with number 17, Katiema Otto.
Pass straight away to Shunxian Shanpan. Uhan Ling, who has 4 points of the game so far, 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Cross-court pass, good decision on the 3. Fakes it, Pan, driving, flings it up, off the mark, and off to the line she goes. Chinese Taipei, one positive thing about this second quarter for them, they're using the foul advantage. France over the limit, Chinese Taipei with 2 to give. Pan gets the first. And again, a reminder, be sure to subscribe to the premium membership on YouTube. 99 cents a month with more exclusive features. Both free throws connect for Shunxian Shanpan. 38-15's the score. Chinese Taipei yet to score a field goal in this quarter alone. They're getting a lot of touches the other way, but they have not been able to convert those into buckets as Uhan Ling brings it up from the backcourt. That's the Pan. Now Ushang Pong. They send it straight away to Uhan Ling, trying to work off of Lubins. She hits the deck hard. Lubins on the foul. As we get another look at it, oh my. An inadvertent left hand. But luckily no harm as Uhan Ling able to get back on her feet. Chloe Rousselier in for France. She's getting instructions from Broly-Ron. Uhan Ling now has 5 points. 58 and 5/10 remaining until halftime. Try to break down the stats and facts as soon as the buzzer goes. 2 free throws makes it 38-17. Nice double team from Chinese Taipei. That's not a backcourt violation because Chinese Taipei touched it last. Nice save from Wuhan Ling. And they go up to the floor. Transition time. Pull up J. Yes! The first field goal in the second quarter, and it comes into the hands of Ushan Peng. Chinese Taipei on a 4-0 run here in the last 30 seconds. Poivei on the pass. Peng takes it. Shot clock dead. Ahead to Pon. Pon stops. Over. Shot. No good. 2 free throws again for Chinese Taipei.
Foul of France, number 17.
First free throw doesn't go down for Sai Sung Young. Sai Sung Young, 5.2 points, 4.2 rebounds averaged in the U16 Asian Championship. One of 3 centers for Chinese Taipei as she connects on the second. 38-20 is the score. A 5-0 run for Chinese Taipei. That is a nice way to end the first half, despite the difficulty of shooting in the field goal range. Final 8 seconds. Brolyron, guarded by Wu. Brolyron steps back, flings it away, misses. To end the first half, where France has been dominating since the opening tip. The stats after the first 20 minutes of action: France shooting 47% from the field, Chinese Taipei only 17. The advantage that Chinese Taipei has at halftime would be the steals, 5-4 over France. The rebounding game, 25-15 in favor of France. 18 of their 38 points have come from the paint. 25 of their 38 have come from the bench. 9 second chance points for Chinese Taipei as they are led by Wuhan Ling, who has 6 points. And for France, their leader is Claire Dalstra, who has been dominating underneath the 10 with 7 points and 3 rebounds. Your score at halftime: France 38, Chinese Taipei 20. And this coverage of the 2024 FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup will continue from Mexico in about 15 minutes. This is the opener in the 2024 FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup from Irapuato, Mexico. France and Chinese Taipei. And France leads 38-20. I'm Aaron Sanders. Welcome back. Second half is just moments away. And France has been dominating this game right from the start. But Chinese Taipei showed some great signs in the final few minutes of the second quarter. They had a 5-0 run, but it has been tough for them. They have only made one field goal in the second quarter. Most of their points came from free throws. Looking at the overview of this game, it was a slow second quarter for both of these teams as France narrowly outscored Chinese Taipei 11-9. Chinese Taipei really picking up on the defense as they were able to come up with 5 steals, and they scored 12 points off of turnovers, 9 second chance points, but they have a lot to make up for as the second half is just moments away. A little bit of a delay here. And again, we thank you for tuning in, especially those who are premium subscribers on the FIBA YouTube page. A big hello to Joseph Hatot, who also subscribed to the premium membership. And I can't stress this enough about the premium membership. A lot of features like exclusive Q&A with FIBA experts, custom badges and avatars, and there is a whole lot more to that if you subscribe to it for just 99 cents a month. Quick dribble drive out for auto. Put back is good by Sarah Cisse. And that gets the second half up and going. Also playing right now, Spain and Argentina from León, as Michael Cerruti is on the call for that. Following this game from Irapuato, in about an hour and 20 minutes time, will be Canada versus Egypt. Canada looking to bounce back after missing the podium in the 2022 U17 Women's World Cup to this team who you're watching on the screen right now, and that is France. Nice no-looker to Simplo. Simplo back to Risace, who's unable to get it. A minute's gone by. France 40, Chinese Taipei 20. Top scorer right now in this game, Sarah Cisse, 8 points. She scored 6 of those points in the first quarter. She's played 9 minutes and 30 seconds of play. And for Chinese Taipei, they are led by Wuhan Ling, who has 6. Chinese Taipei, they like passing the ball, but they have to find some way to work off the fast break and get those shots down. 3 to shoot, flinger, no good for Tsai Sung Young. Landon Simplo, off the glass and no good. Royan Wang with the rebound. Wu Shangpeng, one of the players to watch in this tournament, has 5 points, 2 assists from the field, along with 3 rebounds. Dribble drive shoot, Xiang Shanpan loses control, and Kathy Emma Otto picks it up. Simplo trying to send it down to Cisse. She is fouled underneath. 59% of you voted for France to win this game. Now the poll question, who do you think will make more threes in this game? Let us know in the poll on YouTube, and let us know where you're tuning in from, because this is a global game, and we're seeing the future of women's basketball around the world compete today. Quick inbound, Simplo. They give it off to Risace. Risace with the in and out dribble. Dribbles right inside. Misses the layup. Goes for her own rebound. Misses it. Met by the triple team. Tried to dish it off. And she does this time. Simplo up the top. 7:55 to go in the third quarter. Risace back out for the wing three. Put her there. Aneo Risace. This is a player that could stretch the floor. She missed the layup, but she's able to go right back into the wing, get an open look. It is 43-20. Wu Hanling to Uting Shu. 5 on the 24. Shot clock winding down. Wu Shangpeng has to fling it up. She does. She was looking for the foul. She got it at the buzzer. She was able to get the foul right at the buzzer. There she is in the triple threat. That is smart basketball. She was trying to pick up the contact the moment she was stopped by the double team. That is a foul on Sarah Cisse. And there goes the first free throw. Again, you're watching the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup on the FIBA outlets, YouTube, Twitch, Courtside 1891, you name it. Wherever you may be, thank you for tuning in this opening day of competition. You're watching Group D competition as France takes on Chinese Taipei. The other teams in that group includes Egypt and China, for which you will see at 5 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock local time. Nice dish on the other end of the floor as Chloe Rousselier gets it in. Rousselier, one of those players that plays for Circle Jean Mas Bourges Bay. And Claire Dalstra with the pack. 3 minutes gone by here in the second half. Back to Risace, guarded by Wu Shangpeng. Simplo gets in, but misses. Risace misses the three. Sai Sung Young with the rebound, taken back by Kathy Emma Otto. Looking for Dalstra, taken away by Ushan Shu. A lot of action in the last two possessions. Uting Shu back to Pawn. Pawn fakes, steps in, kicks it out. 3-ball, no. Simplo. Trying to drive past Singing U. Refers it to Otto. Rousselier. Already has 2 points here in the third quarter. Goes for the banker. That doesn't go. Gets the rebound. Serves it up to Dalstra, who can't get it. Canada, Egypt coming up from Irapuato. Spain and Argentina also underway. Talia Kavoka back in for France. Crossover dribble from Pan. Ling. Chest pass. Dribble drive, Pan. Pan outside. That's a three, and it's good. Sai Sung Young makes it 45-25. Again, this is Chinese Taipei's maiden voyage in the U17 World Cup. Have not made an appearance in the 14-year history of this tournament until this year. They are one of 4 teams making their debut in this installment of the tournament. Croatia, Puerto Rico, and Finland rounds out the 4. And you'll see them later on here today. Fake from Young. On the pass to Ye, that's a 3. They can't go back-to-back. But on the rebound was Dalstra. 2 passes later, it's Anina Risace as she draws contact. And Sai-Sung Young with a little bit of a forearm as Versace was making her way to the paint. 4:30 to go, quarter number 3. France led since the opening tip. Nice backdoor feed as Bentoumi gets it from Bruley-Rone. So Bruley-Rone connects as she now has 5 points, 4 assists to her name. They work the ball around the three-point line and tries to tee up another triple. That doesn't go, and Dalstra unable to get the rebound. That is another France turnover, which works in Chinese Taipei favor as we're under the 4-minute mark. Top scorer Sarah Cisse, 8 points. Chinese Taipei is being led by Ushan Peng, who has 7. Seeing Wu on the pass. 8 on the shot clock. Xu getting close. Down to 3. Wu flings it, misses. Kavoka brings it up the floor. Kavoka going behind the back, and it's taken. Xu all alone. And keep in mind, it wasn't until the 2-minute mark of the second quarter that Chinese Taipei has scored a field goal. They've already connected on 7 points here in the third quarter. At least 2 field goals for them in the third, 6 on the clock as Bentoumi streaks to the lane. Sai-Sung Young on the foul. And for Young, that is her 3rd personal. Looking at the foul situation, Sai-Sung Young and Ushan Xu with 3 apiece. France has a mixture of players who have 2 fouls each. It is now 49-27. Free throws made. Chinese Taipei 1 foul to give. France has 3. Nice pass into Young, but she can't finish. Again, Chinese Taipei knows how to pass the ball, but they can't finish and knock down a bucket. The rebound secured by Chin as she lets it roll down on the floor, sends it to Pan, goes for the J, misses. She tries to follow through, but Bruley-Rone zeroes in. We have a tie-up, so the possession arrow will tell the story. It goes to Chinese Taipei. We want to know which player impressed you the most so far into this game. And don't forget to give us a like here. We have nearly 1,000 people tuning in and 119 likes. The goal is 250 before the end of this game. Let's see if we could do that with about, let's say 14 minutes of action left. 2:37 to go. Pass goes to Ling. Ling going for the high-low pass. That is taken away. Here comes France on the move. Talia Kavoka trying to breeze by Ling, but she gets fouled. Uhong Ling on the foul. 18 on the shot clock, under 2:30 to go, quarter number 3. It's in the Bruley-Rone. Bruley-Rone into Tormy Bees. And she did the right thing, just flinged it up once she got the ball, knowing somebody was going to be right in front to try to stop her.
Substitution for Chinese Taipei with number 15, Ushan Xu. Substitution for Chinese
Irapuato, the
Yu Chengpeng.
one of 2 sites for this U17 Women's World Cup from Mexico. The other venue is in León, where Spain and Argentina is playing right now. Michael Soroti is on the call for that. Later on in the first day of competition, you'll hear from other commentators. I'll have the game between Egypt and Canada after this one. You're hearing from Michael Soroti if you're watching the game from Leon, and on the other end of things, you'll hear from Justin Taylor and Jacinda Govin as they call the action for the remaining 5 games on the 8-game schedule. Lubin's on the rebound. Approaching 2 minutes to go here. Nice drive from Kavoka as she has free throws coming up. Kavoka so far, 4 points in 10 minutes of play, 2 assists and a rebound. She has 2 fouls right now. France shooting 8 of 14 from the free throw line right now. As Kavoka able to get a second chance as she missed both. It stays with France at the 2-minute mark. Oh, it appears that she threw it off the leg of Shunxian Shanpan. Smart move when you have little to no feet in the sideline. Triple team applied to Chinese Taipei. They're able to break out of it. Oh, the bullet past the shoe. A good cut for her. But nothing there. 49-27 the score. France have led since the opening tip. China Taipei's largest run was 7-0 as Justine Lubins gets it from downtown. Justine Lubins averaged 3.9 points in the U17 European tournament. She has 8 today. And France able to capitalize. Lubin's in trouble with the double team as she picks up the foul. And again, we apologize for the technical glitches in today's game. We want to say welcome to Julio Jesus Roman Salgado, who just subscribed to the FIBA Premium membership on YouTube. We're trying to fix the feed as best as we can. And at the moment, we have 1 minute and 6 seconds to go as France leads Chinese Taipei by the score of 53-27. Final minute, third quarter. Seeing Wu out the pan, that's a 3, and she puts it there. Nice look in the near wing to make it 54-30. Pass almost stolen by Wu Shengpeng. As Rousselier will let Brolion play it in. Brolion with 5 points. Straight to Bintoumi. Gets it back, fires it from long range, can't hit it. And Chinese Taipei will have one last chance with 19.2 seconds to go. You're looking at France, who is number 2 in the FIBA World Rankings. Chinese Taipei, 28th in those same rankings. 10 to go. Wu Shengpeng gets the ball back, sends it to Pan. Pan out to Wong. 2 seconds from the line. Missed it. As Bentoumi pulls down the rebound, that ends the third quarter as France leads by 24. The fourth quarter of this opening game in the 2024 FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup will continue in just a moment. Chinese Taipei in their first ever U17 World Cup game. They placed fourth, went as far as the semifinals in last year's U16 Women's Asian Championship, which cemented their spot as being one of 4 teams making their debut in this year's World Cup. They have 30 points as we begin the fourth quarter. Their leading scorer is one of the players to look after in this tournament, Peng, who has 7 points. France, the defending bronze medalist from 2 years ago, have the lead as Justine Lubans is their high scorer with 10 points. She really came alive in the third quarter. Aaron Sanders with a call from Iripuato, the first game of this U17 Women's World Cup. Bentoumi thought about the triple, but gives it to Simplo instead. Nice ball fake, but that's taken by Shu. In the lane was Pawn. She draws the foul. Yeah, that's a foul on Lana Bentoumi. And for Bentoumi, that is her first foul of the game. France leading by 24. And despite the deficit that Chinese Taipei has right now, you have to watch out for their speed and passes around the perimeter as the J goes down for Peng. She now has 12 points. So again, watch this Chinese Taipei team. Even though they're down by 24, they could cause quite a scare once they get that trap going down. Lana Bentoumi gets the bucket. There's a shot, and that only hits the net. Goes back to France.
Substitution for Chinese Taipei. Outside with number 11,
Field goal percentage right now, Chinese Taipei 19.2, France 40.8. In last year's Women's Asian Championship, Chinese Taipei had some difficulty in shooting, where they shot just under 40%. Simplo underneath to Tormybees. Nice rush from Chen. Shot no good. Chen with a second chance for Chinese Taipei. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter. Traveling is called on Wuhan Ling. The largest scoring run for Chinese Taipei today, a 7-0 run, and that took place in the second quarter. There's a long shot, that's off. Nice rebound by Bintoumi. Rousselier with Bintoumi in the far side. Simplo can't knock it down. And there's Bintoumi again. She can't connect. She swooped right in off of that rebound. As both Bintoumi and Ling hit the deck. Hard box out from both players. Deanna and John Hottot, thank you for joining us and subscribing to the premium membership on the FIBA YouTube page. Remember, 99 cents a month. You get access to a lot of features. One of my favorites, the exclusive Q&A from FIBA experts. If you want to know more about the game globally, that will be your best bet. Nice way to thread the needle from Chinese Taipei, but it's a turnover on Wuhan Ling. She was on her way down, was about to get the pass, but hit her leg, and it's France ball at the 7-minute mark. Uting Shu goes for a nice hook, but that's blocked by Cisse. Simplo sends it ahead, picked up by Risache. Risache going around the world, but misses. Hard fight for the ball for Tsai Sung Young. Tsai Sung Young. Great anticipation from the basket. And Ayuna Risache, one of the top players to look after, has 6 points and 4 rebounds in this opening contest. Chenda U. Double team broken up by Risache as she sends it to Cisse. Down low to Tormybees. And now Tormybees getting into a scoring groove. She has 8 points along with her 5 boards. 5 of 6 from the field as Tormybees making it easy. Young hands it off to U. Shot clock down to 7. Here's U, tees it up, rings it up. Singing U, even though the team hasn't been shooting well from downtown, able to make that drop, 60-35. Jay from Tormybees can't go back-to-back there, but she gets her own rebound and makes it happen anyway. Tormybee gets it down. There is a player on the floor at the halfway mark. And a hard tumble from Singing U. as Kavoka and Broliron checks back in for France. The chat room coming alive here on the YouTube feed of this broadcast, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Miguel Rodriguez for tuning in. It's an honor and a privilege to be calling the U17 Women's World Cup. I've been doing this for a couple of years, and I have enjoyed it since my very first game back 2 years ago. Halfway into the fourth quarter, another long bomb. Oh, doctor. What a big shot from Yoshan Ye. And if there's one way to describe this game in one word, I would just say impressions. Impressions, because France is coming into this tournament as the defending bronze medalist. And it's obvious that every 2 years that this tournament runs, we're going to see a plethora of changes to the roster. But they know the legacy, they know the prestige of this tournament, and they're clicking on all cylinders like they deserve to be in the podium. In 8 days' time, we'll see if that will be worth backing up. And for Chinese Taipei, this is their first impression, their very first game in U17 competition, as we see that ball taken away from them as Tormi Bees tries to go and gets the no-looker underneath. But yes, once again, the Chinese Taipei, it's all about impressions to see how much pressure they could withstand in the next 7 to 8 days of competition. And so far, they are trying their best. Yes, their shooting hasn't been spectacular, but their passing, their speed, and their presence in the mid-range game has been something to behold, and you have to watch out for that in the next few days of Group D play. France, Chinese Taipei, Egypt, and Canada part of Group D as the triple goes down for Talia Kavoka. So Kavoka makes it her 7th point. As it's 67 to 38. Nice dribble and cut from Chen, but that rattles everywhere but down. Cisse underneath the Dalstra. And now France working on the high-low passes. Claire Dalstra makes it 69 to 38. Turnover the other way. Tormi Bees fouled by Wang. Gavin Tsai, I don't know how to explain it, but what I see is what I call. And for Chinese Taipei, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board and see what they could do in the mid-range. There were a handful of times where they would utilize the double or the triple team, but France have always found a way to break out of that. And mind you, they were in the front court when they initialized it too. Poive makes 1 of 2 at the trip. Coming up at 3 minutes to go here in regulation. France looking to run away with the opening victory here in the U17 Women's World Cup. There's a 3 by Wang, banks it off the glass, but it hits off the front of the rim. Top scores for Chinese Taipei, Xingying Wu and Wu Shangpeng, 7 points each. And the shooting woes continue. A 3-way tie for 10 points apiece for Alicia Tormi Bees, Justine Lubans, and Sarah Cisse. Lana Bentumi with 10 rebounds and 7 points. She is on double-double watch. Will she be able to get back into this game and try to get 3 more points? That may be it for her. Nice dribble cut up and under. as Broliron with another bucket. Make that 7 points for Broliron, 72-38. Crisp passing as Wong sends it out to Shu. 7 on the clock. Oh, it counts for Si Shin Shen. More games coming up. Egypt and Canada from Irapuato coming up in less than 50 minutes time. Then Japan and Finland. Finland making their debut in U17 competition. They, along with Chinese Taipei, Puerto Rico, and Croatia, making their maiden voyage here. Puerto Rico and Croatia, as I mentioned right then and there, followed by New Zealand and Italy, Australia and USA, and the home team of this tournament, Mexico, taking on Mali, who in U17 and U19 competition has stepped it up in the last 2 to 3 years. Nice fake from Brolion. 3-ball, no good for Poive, as they let that sail out of bounds. A minute and 39 to go. And a quick substitution in the final moments of this one as Chloe Rousselier checks in. This is only day one of this 8-day tournament. There are days off on Monday and Thursday. Pass in the bucket underneath from Shan Chu Chung, the power forward. Minute 10. Nice crossover from Kavoka. Gets it again. 4 to shoot. Tries to send it to Dalstra. She's in trouble. And Chinese Taipei thought it was going to be a 24-second violation, so everything stopped. And we'll see what the officials do here. And it will be Chinese Taipei ball. The final minute in this opening contest here in the U17 Women's World Cup. Nothing short of dominating for France here today. Chinese Taipei, now they have experience in U17 competition and know what to do as they prepare for their matchup against Egypt tomorrow. Well, my mistake. Chinese Taipei will take on Canada tomorrow. France will take on Egypt. You will see Canada and Egypt have at it in about 40 minutes. From Irapuato. One more feed into Dalstra. Gets her own rebound. Slings it back as Kavoka saves it. Shot clock and game clock. 7 seconds difference. Another pass to Dalstra. And we're going to have a timeout for Chinese Taipei, as it'll look like they'll have the last possession of this game. Again, we thank you for tuning in. Nearly 1,000 people tuning in to this contest. Chinese Taipei, the takeaways from this game is just continue working on passing the ball around the mid-range. You'll find a shot. On the defensive end, when you activate the double or the triple team, you have to make sure somebody else is ahead of the play, because France was able to break those traps every time the double team has been applied. Chinese Taipei defense can be smothering at times, well indicated by their 12 steals and 19 points off of turnovers. This is the largest lead in the game for France, as they are led by Tormi Bees, Lubans, and Cisse, who all have 10 points. Ayana Rasashi ends the game with 6 points and 4 rebounds. Singing Wu and Ushan Pong, 7 points each. As Chinese Taipei shoots 23% from the field, collected a total of 30 rebounds as we approach the final 14 seconds. One more set play for Chinese Taipei. Oh, they able to break the 5-second mark, but there's a loose ball on the floor, tie up. Stays with Chinese Taipei. Only 3 seconds gone off the clock. Ling to throw it in. Over the top to Pan. Shot clock, game clock identical. Here's Ling into the paint, yes. So they're able to get the last points of the game. That ball goes right into Kavoka, and that ends the game as France with a dominating 72-44 victory in the opener here in the U17 Women's Basketball World Cup. Again, a three-way tie in top scoring for Tormi Bees, Lubans, and Cisse, who has 10 points each. But a good first impression from Chinese Taipei. Despite the loss, they have a lot to look up to as they had their maiden voyage, and they played up against one of the best teams in Group D competition. So again, your final, France 72, Chinese Taipei 44. We'll have some highlights from the fourth quarter, and we will take a break, and we will be back in 40 minutes time for the game between Canada and Egypt. This is Aaron Sanders. Lots more coverage coming up in the first day of the 2024 FIBA U17 Women's World Cup. We'll see you in 40 minutes.
Substitution. Chinese Taipei. 3 points for France. 3 points for Chinese. 3 points for Chinese. 3 points. 3 points for Chinese Taipei. Two points for France. 2 points for France. 3 points. 3 points. For France. And number 5. 3 points for France. 3 points for France.
Gracias y a